Hello, hello, good evening. Good evening, everyone, friends, family, wherever you're watching from. Good morning, good evening. My name is Mrs. Ekpoke from Graceland Diabetes Foundation. I'm here with Mr. Ekpoke, who is also a trustee of Graceland Diabetes Foundation. We're here today to discuss 10 ways in which we can prevent diabetes complication. Diabetes is a serious illness, and if one is not careful about it, you can get yourself into real serious complication. So that's why we said we need to talk about it. We are not here to use medical terminology, but we are here to explain. We're here to discuss as a family in the easiest way in which we can really manage this condition without, getting into complication. So the very first thing we should do to avoid complication is commitment. You have to be in control of your diabetes management, which the commitment is from the individual who is living with diabetes. You have to be committed. Secondly, you have to stop smoking. That is very important. You have to stop smoking. Then thirdly, you have to look after your feet seriously. You look after your feet very seriously. Fourthly, you have to make sure that you manage your blood pressure, your cholesterol level seriously, because when you have diabetes, cholesterol and high blood pressure, they are twin ailments. They work together. They like to team up. So when you have diabetes, you make sure that you manage your blood pressure very well. Even if you don't have it, you do a regular checkup to make sure that your blood pressure is okay. And also check your cholesterol level, because cholesterol as well is a dangerous thing. The other thing you must do to avoid diabetes complication, you must avoid stress. Stress is the greatest killer. Especially at this particular time, COVID pandemic, there's a lot of hardship everywhere. People have lost jobs. People have lost a lot of things. There is no business, there is no money. So a lot of people are stressed at the moment. Please avoid stress. Make sure that you sleep well. That is very, very important. Another point again we look at, it's taking alcohol. If you are taking alcohol, you make sure that you take it reasonably. Take your alcohol reasonably, because excess of it, that cannot work with diabetes management at all. And if you must drink, make sure that you eat before having your drink. You must eat. Do not drink without having food in your system. It is very, very important. Take care of your feet. That is very important. Take care of your teeth. And also keep up with your regular checkups from time to time. So today we're going to start from the very first point, which I mentioned, which is your commitment. Be at the center of your diabetes management. What is your commitment towards your diabetes management? What I've come here to say today, many of you, you've heard all these things from doctors, maybe from your diabetes nurse, your dietitian. How well are you doing these things? These things are very, very important. Diabetes is never a death sentence. You alone can make it a death sentence if you refuse to adhere to what your diabetes team are telling you. So who are your team? You are the team player. You are the leader, because you are the one in the center of your diabetes management. The first person is your doctor. The second person is your diabetes educator. The other person again is your dietitian. These people are your team players. These are the people that you must work with. These are the people that you must listen to. These are the people you must complain to. And if you have any challenges, you don't sit down at home until things get out of hand before you start seeking help. You must ask for help at every given time. And whatever advice given to you by your doctor, you must adhere to it. You must follow your doctor's advice. And you must make sure that all instruction given to you, you follow them. That is why we're talking about your commitment. How well are you committed to your diabetes management? We take diabetes management for granted. Let us put religion aside. We know God can do all things. We know God can do all things. But let us not deceive ourselves. Even our general overseers, they go to hospital. They see their doctors. They know that God can heal them. You have to put something for God to say, God, this is my situation. I don't want this medication again. Yes, we can tell God that, and God can do something about that. But when you say that, yes, it's not your portion. You don't take your medication. You don't look after yourself. You didn't give God anything to work with. You did not put anything to God to say, God, I want you to heal me or do this for me. If God says we should sit at home because he will provide the food for us, why do we go to work? There wouldn't be any need of us going to work because we know that even if we don't go to work, God will provide everything for us. We know the illness is not what we pray for anybody. But if you have this condition, I beg you, please, manage it. New researches are coming to say that people can come out of diabetes. Yes, you can come out of diabetes. If you manage this condition and you no longer take medication, you are out of it, isn't it? But how do you come out of it? The only way your medication can reduce is by you managing your diabetes effectively. Is by you following your doctor's instruction effectively. Without you, your doctors cannot do anything. Because if he gives you all the advice and you go home, you don't do anything, nothing will happen. The first thing, once you are diagnosed of type 2 diabetes, the first thing they will tell you to reduce your weight. You reduce your weight, they talk to you about your diet, your lifestyle. The least thing they will tell you is about your medication. But because a lot of you don't want to follow your doctor's advice, you don't want to manage this condition yourself. This is how we continue to take the medication. We just continue to take it. Please, this is why I have come to you today again. Please, take the issue of your diabetes very seriously so that you can have a fulfilled life. You can have diabetes and live for so many years if you manage it effectively. Diabetes is not a death sentence. I always say this from time to time. Anytime I come on air, I say this to you. I said this condition is not a death sentence. You can have a fulfilled life with diabetes. You can live well with diabetes. Everything is in your hand. You are the only one who can control this effectively. So please, let us try to be committed in managing this condition. Let us try as much as possible to manage this condition effectively. Because the moment complications set in, it is very difficult to cope with complications. Complication will lead to heart attack. It will lead to stroke. It will lead to amputation. It will even shorten the person's life. If it is something that you can do to avoid all these things, why can't we do it? It's so simple. It is very, very simple. If you have all you need to do it, even if you don't have these things, We had a program in Delta State, Nigeria, November 2020. This program was announced everywhere. The people that turned up, they were very few. Very, very few. This is where you have doctors to look after you for free, to give you medication for free, to give you glucometers for free. But most people did not turn up. Why? Because we don't have the awareness. We don't know how dangerous this illness it can be. We don't know the complication that can come after having this diabetes. That is why I said, be committed. Be committed. Your doctors cannot do everything for you. They will help you, but it's up to you to manage this condition effectively. You must listen to your doctors. You must listen to your diabetes educator. And you must listen to your dietitian. And you need to have a good lifestyle. It doesn't mean that you are not going to be eating what you like to eat before, but eat everything in moderation. There is no special diabetes food. I always say to people, no special food for diabetes patient. It's what you eat that everybody eats. But the difference in it is having a portion of it. That's just the difference. And having all the necessary things you are supposed to have in your meal. Portion by portion. That's what you need. It's not that you will go and look for special food that you want to eat. No. Because a lot of people, they take medication, they don't eat right. Every day they continue to have situation with hypoglycemia, low blood sugar. If you take a lot of medication and you don't eat well, what do you expect? What do you expect? Hypoglycemia will even kill you more than hyper. The low sugar will kill you faster than the high one. So let us be committed. Ask for help when it's necessary. Speak to your doctor from time to time. Please, be committed. Be committed. It is very, very important. Be committed. Once you are committed, I can tell you that you will live a very healthy life. You will stay for so many years. So many years you will stay. I've got some patients who I looked after for a very long time. They stayed more than 85 years, 90 years. No issues with them. Why? Because they are committed. Let us be committed. It is because of this in mind that we are opening a place in Delta State, Diabetes Management Center in Ororokpe, courtesy of the Roger of Okpe, who donated a plot of land so that we can have that center there. And we are working in collaboration with Rotary Club. Rotary Club will only provide equipment, medical equipment for us. Medical equipment that will meet international standard. Rotary is going to provide that for the center. We, Graceland Diabetes Foundation, with the help of the communities and people around, we need to put a structure in that place where the donation will come to. And by the time the center is there, Rotary will bring people to work with us there. We will have international doctors coming from abroad to work there. And there will be doctors and nurses there. People will go there for free. They are not going to be paying any money. It's going to be a free service. Because without diabetes education, there is nothing you can do. You might be a professor. If it's not your profession, you don't know everything about it. We've seen people dying that are doctors and they are living with diabetes. They couldn't manage it. They could not manage it effectively. You may be a doctor, but if that is not your line, you will not be able to manage it, except you go through the diabetes education. Diabetes education is the paramount thing. You have to understand the dangers of diabetes. You have to understand yourself. What am I going through? Is this low sugar? Is this high sugar? You have to understand everything that has to do with it. You don't need education. You don't need education. In every language, by the time the center is established, they are going to be writing books in every language that everyone will understand. And this project, we intend to take it to every state in Nigeria by the grace of God, through the help of our partners, Rotary Club. So please, be committed. Be committed. Take the issue of your diabetes management seriously. You are the team player. All professionals is just working with you. You are the main person. You are the main person. Be committed. Be committed. That is the only way to prevent diabetes complication. Once you are committed, I can assure you that everything will be perfect. Another thing again I will quickly say is that, let me go straight to the second point of smoking. Every one of us know that smoking cannot help us to manage diabetes effectively. So this is why we're saying that if you are a smoker, if you were a smoker before you were diagnosed of this condition, I think the best thing to do is to come out of the smoking, is to stop smoking. Because if you continue to smoke, that will affect your diabetes management in so many ways. Smoking itself has a lot of danger, coupled with you having diabetes and you are still smoking. If you continue to smoke, the management of your diabetes will be very difficult. Very, very difficult. Of course, we all know, once you are unable to manage this condition, like I said before, it leads to stroke, kidney failure, amputation, blindness, you just name it. And I think no one wants to go down that route. So if you are smoking, please, for you not to go into serious complication, I beg of you, there is no point for you to continue to smoke. I think life is better than every other thing. Then another thing again, drinking. You know, when you drink, if you don't drink reasonably, especially when you drink, that can take you to hypo automatically. It can drop your blood sugar level automatically. Same way, if you drink excessively, it can increase your blood sugar level. So if you are someone who drinks and you are living with diabetes, please drink sensibly. Drink in moderation. I know something that you've been doing, automatically you want to stop doing it. It can affect you mentally. That's why we advise that if you're doing it before, now that you are living with the condition, you do it sensibly. You reduce it. Please, this is very, very important. Very, very important. These 10 ways to prevent diabetes complication, we will not be able to finish them in one day. We want to give you time to assimilate. As we discuss this issue further, we want you to sleep over what we've said today. How can I do this? And we are also open. You can always contact us here in the UK or in Nigeria. If you need any help, if you don't have your glucometers, if you are not working and you are living with this condition, if you need glucometer, do contact Graceland Diabetes Foundation. We can give you for free. If you are not working, this is what I'm saying. If you are working, you can afford it, you buy it. If you need training to use it, you can contact us. We can arrange training for you to know how to use it effectively. And also, it is important that glucometers sometimes can fail you, because you see these testing strips, sometimes within one month, the strips can expire. And if the strips are expired, they give you inaccurate results. And also, if you have your glucometer, you need to be doing the testing of the meter from time to time to know whether the meter is working well. And when you buy your glucometer, the fine print, find time to read them and know how you are supposed to use this glucometer, and know the expiring date of the glucometer. And also, you cannot rely on those glucometers alone to manage your diabetes. You need to go to the lab as well to check, because sometimes the glucometers, they are not really accurate. Thank God for technologies, the new ones they are making now. We can rely on them, but I can say to you 100% that I am not really convinced that all the time you rely on glucometers. So I am going to pass you now to my colleague who is sitting by my side, who is going to be speaking in our language to send the message to people back in Africa. People living abroad, not only in United Kingdom, everywhere, they are still struggling. All over the world, they are still struggling with diabetes management. The reason why we focus in Nigeria is because we know what people are going through. As a result of poverty, a lot of people cannot afford the necessary things in which they can use in managing their diabetes. In this country, people living with diabetes, they get free medication. In Nigeria, there's nothing like that. So that is why we focus back in Nigeria. So please, I've said it and I want to say it again. If you know you are struggling and you need glucometer, do contact Graceland Diabetes Foundation. We can give you for free. And we can also get someone to train you on how to use it. This free is for the vulnerable people who cannot afford it, the elderly, the pregnant women, people who cannot afford it. But if you are working, get a glucometer, get blood pressure machine and a glucometer. Have it at home for yourself. And if you have challenges in using it, contact Graceland Diabetes Foundation. You can go to the website where you see all the details and contact anyone there. They will provide what you want for you. This opportunity is for the elderly who cannot afford it, the pregnant women, people that are not working. They are the people we can give this glucometer for free. The education is for everybody. Whether you are working, you're not working, you are free to come to the center for diabetes education. You will meet our educators, you will meet our dietitians, you will meet our doctors. That is for free. Please, let us be committed. Let us be committed. Let us take the issue of our diabetes management seriously. I know people will say, what am I going to eat? We don't have all this. You have everything there. What we have back home is even better than what they have abroad. What we have at home is organic. It's organic. Anything abroad, far from it. So we have all the fresh vegetable, the okra, the ewedu, everything we have in Nigeria to manage this condition. All we need to do is to be committed. Thank you very much. I want to hand you over to my partner who is sitting here with me before I come back to you again.
Thank you very much. I'm a Graceland Diabetes Foundation. I'm a really young. I'm a lot of my diabetes.
Miami sugar.
Miami sugar. Miamuna akpona ojiline.
Ojili no.
Ikoro buebu. Aero tag ne miamana wakwe inwe or ikori vigo or year for miamuno o tikere. But where I'm American now, re miamona kukuro my dovie wure vizu robi diabetes. Where was cerebral diabetes? Ilaile Jorana. Manye aeji boyi. Robo o golore. Osa kamerien ova. Road rokuro. Ijo pone ene rie. Ana saitagne I manage Emiamoana. Oyami Graceland Diabetes Foundation. Oyamia Atanyanana.
Una here Obone no more seriously.
Obone no ma. Une dabu no ma. Una ho. Ure diabetes. Not attacking the unemo woodosa.
A job.
O buru no manas lele. O ye unato. Diabetes. O worry say type 1. Or I say type 2. Wure worry type 2 na. Well, when take it to une, or you homavia. Or homavia. Uni de una da mo harutoma.
Harutoma. Well, were you doctor?
Jopuna harutomana.
Na carry doctor, be doctor Tanwe.
Oh, be doctor Tanwe. Una kero. Where dear Roye. Wura American akpona kenana now. Emu rock bona retag say COVID-19. Or leri kuku retag in the obesity diabetes now or rather emu. Ikro buru wuru. Okenana. Oki COVID na. Diabetes. Ohomati probwebu aye we pregede ni fokime aye we pregede because aya homa aya dabu harutoma ye ni yekuna harutoma why wrote agni une vigo na une nioma ye una esimi diabetes ro marana na una carry doctor. Una carry nurse, raw haruto, obaita we wiele le to mara
ani kwakwa ha adamu mana
e kwakwa damumana
una adamu bo koke
wune wa yerugwa
were wo
were ji wo
una contact ami
una contact ya me Graceland Diabetes Foundation
na je ha won owe
ame ami anyonya na ojiri ne but to talk wo mara tag ne yes ami gwolo tag ne Ikorobi Nigeria Maido ní Delta State orogokpe oya mekete tagne amiate ekete ronere ne enere sime
Ikorobi
diabetes okenana na ameli ropa yen obororo pe ketawaye omizume wa himona we nie fare Ikorobi we pregede for kyoye okenana now diabetes Ikorobi zeki worie
opikoro ni cancer
aye retagna iworie emi amonana na o via gwe obresi cancer na oji gbo Ikoro gwe cancer
yes
so
HIV
emowere you say HIV oji Ikoro gwe HIV
yes
de mara wuna sa nie Ikoro zeka avie aiworie uro kyote
aje de nyo
ayaje de gogoro
rivon kaka
aya dai na agna ya egwunu emrana orumute kedere kede ayami erun aye same Ikoro same tagne okoro na obiko wu
diabetes oyo pere
ni diabetes jopo peri agni diabetes oyo peri e mobo ban rigba itwa morobo
ora hello to more
ezekona aye ri tekete o mane ayira pragwe ibi oro riruvie ora na we sa simie ora na onorodwa oro to tekete o mane rasa simie i doctor no more advice or takine egbe bragwe na robura mi gwolore okenana na amerere I Delta State Delta State of Ososi Nigeria tototo oyi Graceland Diabetes Foundation one ami agwolo erare tagne emi amorana eni eso opo masi opo kurare oji pe mombo ba mesele emereva ese gestational diabetes ura mereva no homavia ora homavia okuze ko wore biahi oworo nyare but ezeko na ayagwa mevie mara so okenana na orotoro modre otokurare otoro miregwa emi amara no po kenana ti kore fu afo ti okoro bi ebi oye mrona na wonro oriakpona okenana na okanwane bi ere ito mara Ikoro ewu aiwe rekete obo okpere aye but okenana na eni kokona aswa amene tagging diabetes osue uwu re Ikoro buebu ami Graceland Diabetes Foundation ame rere mo tarare tagging no maso harutoma wura harutoma mune to wonwon emu wa bia rese obara, that is obara ori oberu,
high blood pressure.
It's a high blood pressure. Emi amwevirana ayanwia igbanya mamo. Ivana ayanwia
Oya kugbe.
ayanwia kugbe. Awure ve vana. Owu na dabo harutoma. Wara harutoma. Okuru ano nya sere. Uru memro ayamiata. Ami azo fem kworo, ami azo fem are akpona, ami aturu memro brukwa na avo. Wure ya check your mat, tani doctor bu efili. The doctor no ja advice wo. Obobo uneruo. Umuna ha. Obuna rie mare na lele. Ezeko aya gwolori emane ayebi diabetes ayari emana o sitting na wofun awari etunu diabetes okwo na emare unari yo emare pekemu ibi emare na wari e oro kita ni worerie tibie kete mara Oromora mukpo no amuri ororo. O mara diabetes wa manage diabetes. So okay na now. Wora tag no ve ikwakwirana Ami Graceland Diabetes Foundation. Wore riruo wa swi kura mi agolo tambe terminal ye na mi agolo osoro mu na osiru mami agolo yikoro wore ve tag no we biru wore ve mi amuna
Emi sugar na.
mi sugar na
Mi amo yibu.
Same Graceland Diabetes Foundation amina yo osiru mu digigo osiru mu go amina yo Obom nara dam obara kakikoke.
Emu.
Amina je yo emu. Amina je termo nwe. Obom na rie mai na lele.
Ikoro na je remuno.
Ikoro na je remono.
Ogwa.
We rie to mara. Amina sai room. Okoro biruo.
O mare.
Emira gwa emare.
Masere merewa.
Masere merewa.
Yes.
Oye osiru mu anabo rie. Wura sai tagne Wazo faro ye. Awazo faro emi amore. Diabetes. Tikori vigo. Oya abote. So kenana now akpona really take it to wound na attacking yes. Kwakona eri ovaro ikoro ko mara. So ame awoma bia ameje tai be okay wo mara vrere. Tagging ne. Wura denyo, wure wo cigarette. Wura tag no uve kwakwena uve miamorana fiaboy ikwakwena rotore. Osmo help wo. Wura tag ne miawe wo yokpokoro. Owo koro golo wu pregede. Nemo. Ni anon wori, ni esa wori. Nenio akpo oriobaro. So ame rere nyenana motemu na rare. O mara metari o. Ame je oba mi na je mota agbebu. Ekita ame time na ate now. O ma gwa amina stop ekita nyenana. okworo oliver me ono je mo he oyibo je te emro eroro bo projecta so are ke roye nini are kokona eriruo emromare
ubi ewado mireme le ogo yibu o emi rosema mo ninu mata irene onu ame Mrs. Otomi Mercy Ekpoke, founder Graceland Diabetes Foundation. Ekwa kwikpe roro suppose rolu omo prevent onyaga le ogi sugar. Ekwa kwikpe nane me se ninu wa fioro ru wa fioro ogi sugar ne omo se kworo yin oya ra roro to me omo work of love omo ro ko ye plegede so emeri me bore nene obolo maro sa ra roro to ma uye wogi sugar ra roro to me kere ri doctor vori etamuru umi ilu enene mu I doctor ya vori etame onobolu moruo umi nene uriri doctor jiro keye oya jamoro tamu we ìrànmọ́ mara jamu mane imese glucometer oya jamu wo nei and we rilu yi see Graceland Diabetes Foundation pe website only www.gracelanddiabetesfoundation.org uye pe wa imo umo mli details ero sansaru mo se uye avoru wa that we rilu ya nu wo go yi oge oyibo ne wọ́n mọ̀ kẹ́yẹ̀ ìmẹ̀ṣínì ní mara jámọ̀ ní wọ́n mọ̀ kẹ́yẹ̀ ọ̀wẹ́ wọ́n ajé mọ̀ kẹ́yẹ̀ kùmù ọ̀wẹ́ mẹ́mọ́ òfin olóró rọ̀ ọmọ yàrá máa ń nẹ́pẹ́ kọ̀kẹ́lẹ́ kọ̀kẹ́ emedi òbólúwá mánéjú mẹ́ẹ̀nìní wúyẹ ìwọ̀gọ́ òyìnbó omi ní táwọn mọ̀ rí ẹ̀ rẹ̀ òbólí kòlókòrò àrẹ̀ ọ̀yìn òbóló mọ̀ rí ọ̀ bọ̀tẹ̀lì ọ̀vọ̀vọ̀lọ́rẹ̀ wọ̀ òbóló mọ̀ rí ọ̀ ọmọ já pékémú and ebe mese vegetable omo gewo ishawo ikwapare the vegetable green anything green oromu rock omene anu ya riere bekemu omu yejikwoye umorio uya jololowo go yibu igwoje nene juri ere nere matamu ye wogo yibu maya gwa gwono role abotamu ogo yibu woni ojo Messi type 2 ume te emile gwabale 30-40 ere wone oya join ne eleluku kaloma mo voriye won mo vore tame oya jolo loduma won mo tamu gba jome ru exercise ere o mekamu then ororo won mo voriye obowari iweri nene won mo vore tame ere ware na beje rekporo warale obowale bi then one more vore tamu exercise umo ruone umo sitemi roke urole diye doctor ni nine okay ye exercise yo exercise jo ma bu ma pregede tamu okay ma voro tamu gbe ru exercise ko mo gene alegboye to blu rumaro nu rumaro pe japa from japa to ipa oge mo no umo se keso boluma advice ye nini anuki mo se ru exercise keso umo siriele because uye ogi sugar ne elelu le ni oki amoye se ri emere o me to use sugar ne no mane to re then uri oki ete ora ri ele ya bo mata mo ye ru exercise I sugar to se gure and sugar na fiki poro da mo fiki kuoro violi tuga na ipin so be me kuro se ru exercise uri oki ya jololo wo ge ogo yibu ne umo siriele uri oki ni nai uki nugomu wa revu fefe enugomu yi be me kuro nugomu ori eri dikumu eneri ogi sugar ne olumesi type 2 ne mese newo I research bubu meru oki na ero ese newo but ikirere rusi newo ne wovu wero wogane wovu mi se gome newo oge mi na ne me mata ne ge mi se gie newo yi kene mimi ate mi na ne toto keye ne oburo rewenwe onyu moruo anure kese mi ne mata ne uye eruo roro olu suppose ruru yi kai mu ekwa kwa sansan ara nyago mane anu ye wo ogi sugar ne high blood pressure have cholesterol uma igban yo ogi sugar. So ekwa ine from time to time umo ya check yo. Why ya check blood pressure from time to time. High blood sugar ne ogi spirit because oye riere one time onye danje kworo high blood pressure kworo vi onye da because pregede onye nwene mo sizi pregede ogo ga mere kre atol ne ogo gai mere kre but u ya raru roto me umo gate gbupere me se kene gbupere umo gate u ya raru roto me organe orewe gode ne omo radio gbanye o radio gbanye no mo se moro jolo yen rene. This is why organe ma suppose ro serious me di omoro o mini tamu ye wo kika mane mo guo yi oge mo mini but rara roto me u wi ogo yibu ne jogwa dudi uwo ogo oyibu ne jogwa wo bi cigarette uwo ogo yibu ne umo di omeso yi o ya jololo ogo oyibu ne rarurota awe ne rarurote kokere kokyo imoro fi awe ra mi toto we fi enla karewo no because ye fi enla karewo mi so ni tami tujo we fi enla karewa me ku we fi awo warewo omo ri awe we ru ine ame warm water ame road boroboro mo ra for away all the time and mo ye di awe aswa because we wo go yibune obara na gefi awone toto mo ya mi ameye because obara ne adaba ge ba wono bro suppose ro guy boy o ya fike tifa bora wene omo mi ameye so o ya ko omo yen re umo ti ra loro tawe umo si ya shake awe kokele koke a check yo because ogo yibune o eloye bluye efu mekpo yi so elonere efu makpo ne because obru gomune I doctor toto e treat kere ogi doctor toto mi yere pa diabetes yi o we specialist e boli yere pa ogi diabetes o mi pi school bi aya ga mi ye yo na mu diabetes na mi mo yere bo mesi diabetes yi because ero bubu waji pi school waji yere pa diabetes yi unless you share pi school ku yen yo ne parobo mi yo ni ne o miro yere. So kolo eje yono me yono kokele koke emere yone are rock rawane Graceland Diabetes Foundation oro ge okpe okoni oro amoniti fi center ro bro mere di ebola homo gi sugar ne mama rueta me I center ne ro bro pe mama re mo no blu wiere ne ameru ine I data toto ovovo o pe avuvie nwa imu nyave nyovo avosovo so obolote o pe oma oimiji tu uwie oma so I sentane orob me agone rie obroro pe bro oni avi tu I rotary oyi partnoni remenenoni eriru ne but ekovovo onwamu oni ovu mimo tu gomune ugomo hospital nero Oboluwa woni tamu wamo fire wa mo equipment romo meet international standard oyin wamo ro equip here hospital ne tototo then wamo fi solar rewale ne hospital ne right now only make effort only fence ale ne toto me fi gate rewo only a start pupuru ele only we resi kolokolo we ajolu wie we ajolu pe we ajolu robo kare ru nere me ni die uke kamu mero fi hospital ne rewa imu me ni di uke kamu oya gi mu woni o oya gi simeti kere lu woni because hospital ne me ye fi rewa imu I benefit kolokolo oni ajobru gomu yi oni eluwe akeboli jobru gomu ne because of obolo ni amle oni epi program obru gomu kokere koke obo ere egu ifo ki ogi sugar ne obunu dama I sugar ne kwero budama mama biko mama raluroto mama I diabetes ogi death sentence time kika mana kworo nere ogi moyi kene me mama ralueto mama nene oyimi sone oyma nero guri pregede kere na ebole gu kokere me so tamu wan go no maya no ke me kwo ogi sugar but ogi sugar ne masara ralueto mane once we ya keso bo man for ye the problem of ovo mo ge work ye ya check you me from time to time we machine in please contact only really on market machine in we contact only machine in they are available at the moment so we want only more rare in machine in a rocket so from time to time only more ya 10 minutes oboluma manage diabetes nene only more ya ta kokere koke only ji only aja gona yi welu wie only agone boli mo nene only yi welu wie e bole se se mulu wie wan ro se ere nyu ne pa obolu wan ro sa manage diabetes ne because e bona homo gane e kpuro mu wan yi mo se wan mi mo sa manage e condition ne me ya feke tana ni mo tu le rare ne obo meta ne ro aro ne then obo na ekwakwa ne toto jiri ekyo so mama biko mara luroto molo ma commitment o ma boro ne wiye woga ne commit e mejo ma boro yi ero bubu woga ne ejo egene ejo ta me yin eda merun awon no orofovo won ro yi because ekru menere ero bubu ewo won woga ne okeri nyola ve rolo e boli po bla lo wan ye gu man ye robole kwe wan won woge ejo woge sugar and because of obo aru apolu meyin okenane meyin ti stage idore ero bubu wan we type 2 ne because obo aru ewere male apole api yibo mago ne nene so aru kwakwa ne tototo ewere chocho male fast food all these things one contributor akogane mara luroto molo uye wogane waya dudi reduce die uye wogane we bi cigarette gaboni cigarette uye wogane we roli lolo genwe ni lolo meye with diabetes o minute amolo na go ni go ere because ero bubu oboro okoro apone ki lolo we roli lolo ogaluwo ni ilolo ne ke fiare wo me ani lolo almost ready of a solution of robbery now why just say pu me kwefiare iroro ahromane iroro and the management of diabetes yambe ere gwara sa manage because gwa ahromane fioro so maybe ko mari shuri maybe commitment ma bolumia marasara were te ogi sugar ne rere mero yin apolopo bra lo apolo ton mi so eminane konyoni boro se mainene Graceland Diabetes Foundation e boleji seminene mama sure pe kare rere won sun very soon in center mo jobrolo pe bro mere yon elo kokere koke in center ne every INEC office one neighbor because right now we are in center ne so obe yen remui the doctors mo get why more from time to time and the treatment in it owe mama ko savlov oriwo yi I glucometer ne we ye riru only more ke your way because we must add there but we riru yi we ya do milegwa we riru yi arero mlevu omo tete onwa toto owe ikumunwa owe I glucometer owe I blood pressure machine owe on one more raw from time to time oya gamu maye hospital nere maya jem loro obruwie bro oni ji between rotary one me money no ni fi ororo obruwie bro oya gamu ma me donate oro bro get donate oro ki charity ne I Graceland ne me ji donate oro ki charity na bro only je gwone lo imo ne no ni fear is sento lolo rebo imo mama ton waro kre so emina ne koyoni only boss man Urobo wado, ikwo mewado, isi wado, miyeni. Odeme ayelu wenyi, Mrs. Ekpoke. From Graceland Diabetes Foundation. Awani mwetare, none na wani ine no ata. Kidye keru, eke wo prevent i complication ni diabetes. Kederi kede, enye wo nyota ne ikwo oguru. Kidye kwikwo na, ane ogai sugar onye kwikwo na. Anye tane wada welu wote ogari sugar na. Okwokwo eti onye. Jenye onye nere ikwo buebu igwe inogai sugar. So, awane we eno ikwe ikwo suppose iworu. Okay, prevent i complication in diabetes no. Ovoronye ikwo mele ye obai no malanye seriously. Aike neni quality miranye wiru wode wogai sugar na. Kero boli doctor vwewe. Kero boli nurse vwewe. Kero boli dietitian we evwewe. Obora vwewe jo bitani woru womi ruo. Wode ruo gba. I diabetes kasale yakpo we ti oye. Ifi ki dietane awani kero obo avo awani tana wani rusan oba wani ruesa. Eno wonana koin nere ikwo ebube i complication. Wa biko ekese ruo ekese wakasa walu woto mawa I doctor that go wetani rueti oye ne nobody doctor tare kero I doctor tare obo doctor tare na kero onye wode with diabetes when you we organ when you to boy doctor o manwe because the doctor that go wetani rueti oye will be ruo they don't wanna shake you so wovo na eka onye kasa were woto manwe kero boli doctor wetare obo avo wetani wodi emu nene yemu na tionye o mini tani wode with diabetes tani wo kari emu ode tionye I diabetes to wo with diabetes e mo vovo onye kwijo bi kare I difference your error onwe ki peke veron won vegetable ni sansa onye ka di onwe and wode with diabetes Okwo with diabetes, high blood pressure, also surface your high cholesterol, also surface high cholesterol, blood pressure, diabetes, and igbenya na very dangerous. Although okay. So what that time we follow with diabetes from time to time, like check the BP when, check the cholesterol when is very very important. And overall jero. What that time we follow gari sugar and wo is great. Ero wina on manage diabetes ibeon wo de wo cigarette. So wo de wo ganare nyaji cigarette wo. Cigarette ode mu ovokwevu. Me believe it and that dia long life is very important. Long life oro makpokpo or the long life iroga so what that dani wo we cigarette and wo woganana wo me yajo then what that tani wo woganana what that do di because gwani wo do di na obo what that very na reduce run and what that tani wo ka do di and wo gari sugar na wo mo si ri emro because wo ri emu I sugar when okay pi zero, ode pi zero joko guru. Aforejo beje yano. So, what we na what a review do you know? Is very important. Because the diabetes na okwo manage run ye only the stroke from stroke, kidney failure, heart attack, amputation, eke bro wo bro. So odo boko ne rum wo ke we biko ero wana na ijobina working as a team akasa achieve iroyin. Whether than we or money wo need dire ero wana awo down obona ese glucometer wo wori machine na wo wori contact our Graceland Diabetes Foundation. Wo de pe i website rawani www.gracelanddiabetesfoundation.org. Wo de pe ti wo ka mi number we bu wo ke se. Wo de si number na other di obo wo need the other the machine na other di mu wo need. Ero wana ijobi aka kewe for free. We need the worker work was our work vovo. But eke vovo what they real right there. Because his service in Nana is for the less privileged. If we can afford the rare service in na, he can afford the real medical treatment he. If we na onya wine responsible worker. Or dear if politicians here we go, or your company here we go. The less privileged, the elderly, the pregnant women, children, ikwoina, enya wane reyore tane awai kai wemu ijobi wakaye owe without paying any kobo. And I want we center coming up now in Ororope, Diabetes Management Center. I doctors yeti irike riro, I nurses yero, dietitians yero, other professionals are yero coming up there. Courtesy of Oroje of Okpe or the Yoto Wakawani donate Yoto na Waki charity na. And the partners in Rawani is the Rotary Club International or the partners Rawani. Eke vovo, it will partners na. They are only interested in providing in medical equipment to meet international standards. In medical equipment, ijobi, ECG, dialysis machine, ijobi na, I can provide the right team. But the building na, I want you to hear a building na. So, me use the opportunity in an hour for coco. What are they work our partner? We're gonna partner with charity now. A donation in what job in form of materials. What can say donate work charity now? Other the cement yo, other the time we engineer can say rural yo. Any kind of donation, not necessarily ego, either in kind or cash. Is center nana a dedicated center nana work in Delta State. Is center na oka serve ikwo ijobi on your serve. Because in Delta State in a major na so vovo veritania on anaki diabetes center ada manage diabetes over major. So onana or Vororo is going to be the very first one for only diabetes management. Is a diabetes management center. Is an hospital, a specialist hospital to manage diabetes sufferers. Because whether we center, whether manage it, untimely death will be avoided. Complication will be avoided. Rabbi now, I want with diabetes awareness everywhere. Look at corners in Delta State. Very few communities on your YGT. I believe that the whole of Uroboland are in Yaroli. Even as far to Onishugbo, Asaba area, but aided with program Nanure, there is no place to do a follow-up. They don't have a way to continue their treatment. Based on that, Oyanwaiwo struggle tani, we need a center. Thank God that a Rotary Club, Romeo Tani, I can now a partner. They are our partners. To equip the place with all the necessary medical equipment and also to put a solar there. But it's up to us. And I want to erect the hospital and waiting. So Rabbi now, in charity now, we're just struggling to put things in order. We've just doing it within the trustees to raise money to put things there. But Onana, this is a big project. A big project in Adobo, I want to advocate Teseru. So I want to need equal jobi will be a project in to move the project forward. It will save you who I want to from diabetes. Over na nakoya wale waru mama no nena. Thank you very much, my viewers. I really want to appreciate everyone that has come on today to listen to the 10 ways you can prevent diabetes. However, we will not be able to finish the 10 ways in which you can prevent diabetes. But from time to time, we will be coming on air, to talk about it, how people can work as their team leaders to avoid this untimely death. Like I said before, you have to be committed. Committed in the sense that you have to be at the center of your diabetes management. You are the only one who can manage your diabetes effectively without any complication. Work with your doctors, work with your dietitians, and work with your nurses as well. Based on what I have told you today, I expect you to speak to your doctor before you take any decision. Speak to your doctor before you do anything. Speak to your nurses and also speak to your dietitians. Do not say because I have spoken to you today, you just take your decision. This is what I want to do. No. You must always speak to your doctor. You must listen to your doctor and do the right thing. Diabetes is never a death sentence. You can live well with diabetes. I leave you with this. I will speak to you again soon. Hopefully next week we'll see you again. Thank you very much for the opportunity given to me to speak with you, my friends. And I say goodbye.